her house as we see how she makes the very unique Watsi, get this, lactose-free ice cream. Come on. Karibu sana Rosemary to the grind.
Thank you so much.
Please introduce yourself and let us know what you do.
Okay, my name is Rosemary Karoki. I own an ice cream business by the name of Watsi Lactose-Free Ice Cream. So my business is relatively 3 years now. Yes.
What pushed you into doing ice cream? Because it's not something that
I know. Really, what really happened is after I gave, I birthed my first child, I discovered she had issues with cow milk, the allergies and etc. So I went into a journey of looking if there's something out there for her to be consuming, especially ice cream, because it can be very, very hard to find non-dairy ice cream. Sikupata. So that's how I started doing the research now. So I decided to just check on YouTube, on Google, just to see whether anything of the sort existed. And actually it did exist, but not in our Kenyan markets at that point. And that's how I started. Yes.
So even as we continue this conversation, you create a different kind of ice cream. So I believe today we're going to see a bit of how you do it?
Yes.
Also, as we continue the interview, we do it as well.
Yes.
How do we start this?
We have to wash our hands first, of course. So, yes. It's food.
Food lazima wash mkono. Kama sitaguza wacha hata mimi wash.
To be on the safe side.
Yes.
Yeah. So then we wipe our hands.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So at what time did you decide, because I'm doing this for my child, I can also do this as a business?
So let me tell you what happened. One day, I was kawaida doing my usual ice cream. So I decided, okay, let me just post it on WhatsApp, just for the fun of it.
Yeah.
And then I wrote hapo chini that it's a lactose-free ice cream. It doesn't have any dairy in it, and just a status update went up. And then someone very random just asked me, "Hi, do you sell the ice cream?" I was like, "No, I don't." And then it hit me, I can actually sell this thing.
Yes.
And that's how it started.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. So as we begin to create your ice cream, tell me the story of, is it that you decided, were you doing something else before you decided to go fully into this business?
So I was actually a banker at one point of my life.
What were pesa? What is it? I'm talking
I you can always be giving other people money, and it's not in your bank account. So that's the difference. So I stopped working because I birthed my first child, and I wanted to be fully home with my baby. And then when she was born, then the allergy, we discovered the allergy. Yes. And then I went into the research journey, and then I started making the ice cream.
Yes. For a layman's language, lactose-free, what does that mean?
Lactose-free is basically the milk, the sugar in milk. So a lot of people will have gut issues where they cannot digest the sugar in milk properly. So lactose just basically means the sugar in milk. So those people who have their gut issues, those that are called lactose intolerant, they cannot digest that. So that's actually it.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. So 3 years in. Yeah. How did you decide, banking, kakando, ice cream being fully, because the finances, you need to transfer it now to starting this business? When
I realized people are buying my product, because I really did a lot of research, sikuwa nataka kuuza substandard product. Yes. So I did a lot of research. I went on Google, I read, I asked people around, I tasted ice creams just to get a feel. What do I have versus what do they have? Yes. When I realized it's actually a quality product, I went all in to sell it. And that's how it started. Okay. So I formed social media pages. Of course, nowadays everyone does that. And then I started just consistently posting up until now this point. Where, yes. Okay. Yeah.
I see you're using coconut. Is it cream or milk?
So this is a cream. This is just a container. What is in here, I've made it myself.
You make it yourself?
Yeah. So you can purchase the non-dairy cream in the markets, but I do it. You can use, personally, I make it because I want my product to be very authentic and to control the product.
When you say homemade, you mean homemade?
Exactly. I want to have, actually, if someone asks me, what did you use? You can tell them 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. Yeah, but you can buy the cream outside, so that's not an issue.
Yeah. Okay, so how is it deciding, let me make, now that you're saying homemade, let me do it, nijitengeneze kila kitu?
This is because I enjoy a lot of ice cream. I've eaten ice cream outside.
Yes.
I just didn't find what I was looking for. I find they have a lot of sugar, other ice creams, which is unnecessary for me, because I think you can enjoy ice cream without that much sugar. So that's when I realized, now with what I make, I can control the amount of sugar I use. If you want a lot, I can use a lot.
Okay.
If you want a bit, I can use a bit.
Okay.
Yes.
So I believe the whisk itamake kelele kidogo.
Yes, I am sorry, but you have to whisk it up until a certain point. Yes. So this is usually the first point of making. You have to whisk the cream up until it gets to the stiff peaks. So that when you mix the other ingredients and you incorporate the other ingredients, the consistency is going to be what you're looking for. Because this is the point where you can either make the ice cream look or taste better, or the opposite. So you have to be very sure when you're whisking it that you get the stiff peak on the cream, and then now you add your milk and whatever else you want to add.
Okay. For the people who buy non-dairy milk from the market and you who makes it, how much of a difference is it for you to get these things that you're using to make your non-dairy?
Sometimes I buy, let me tell you, the milk I get is lactose free. So that I buy from the market because nowadays it's available. But I sometimes use coconut milk to make the same product, and it works perfectly. So you can either buy the coconut yourself and get the milk yourself, or you can buy the milk from the supermarket.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the making of them, is this something I can help?
Yes, you can. So you just whisk it until I tell you when we are ready. Yeah, it will take like 2-3 minutes for it to be exactly what I'm looking for.
Yes.
So yeah, you just keep whisking it.
So even as we continue to make this, non-vegan, or when you say lactose intolerant, how different is it from someone who says I'm a vegan?
Okay, lactose intolerant is someone who reacts to lactose. Vegan, they do not take the milk at all. Yes, they don't take any byproduct by animals. They don't take eggs, they don't take milk. But when you're lactose intolerant, you can take milk that is lactose free. So that's the difference. Because you see, the lactose free, it has the whey protein. The whey protein is something that is found in milk. You see, it still has some content from milk. So vegans, they don't partake any byproduct from animals.
Yes. Okay. So when you decided to go fully into this, did you believe that the market will actually adopt this creation that you're making?
Let me tell you, to be honest, my dear, I did not think it's going to be anything I can pursue for a long time. But then I went in with a positive mindset of, you know what, it's not there in the market, and why not? I mean, everything starts from somewhere.
Yes.
And I went all in. Yeah.
And how has the market received it?
I'd say very well. In fact, it has surpassed my expectation, to be honest. And that's why I believe it can be, something huge. Yeah.
Okay, so we
have to keep whisking a bit more. Yeah, because at least you can see the consistency is getting
changing, becoming a bit thicker.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Okay. So I can see the name Watsi.
Yeah.
Tell me why you decided to go with that name.
Watsi is actually my first child's name. She's called Watsi.
Wow, okay.
Yeah. So I just picked the name because it's a unique name, and she's the first one who showed the allergic reaction, and that's when I decided to get the name.
Is this a product that can be taken by, if you do not have an allergic reaction, can you still make it?
Yeah. If you're looking for something different, you can. Yeah.
Okay.
So now, sorry to interrupt. Yes, just one more whisking, and then you are good to go. There you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
So our milk has gotten to the right consistency. Where do you go next from there?
From here, now you will add your lactose-free milk, or whichever type of milk, either using vegan milk, which is coconut-based, or the lactose-free, which I am using today. So that's what I want to add.
Okay.
Yeah.
So as you even add, there's a question that comes to mind. You decided to move from banking to doing this fully. When it comes to capital, how are you able to put up and say, now let me put this into my business of creating this?
Okay, what happened is when I started the business, I did not entirely intend for it to be a business for selling.
Yes.
So I did not need any capital because everything I needed, I used from my house, from the mixer to the fridge.
Yes.
So I didn't really need to buy anything.
Yes.
So I just used what I had at that point, which is what I've told you. And I started. And we are here now. Yeah.
But when it comes to packaging and all that?
Okay, the packaging now, I had to decide. Of course, I had to find a designer to, what is it called, to design for me the labels. And of course I had to settle for, one of the labels, which I will show you. And then the containers, I have a plug from Nairobi, of course.
Yes.
And that's where I get them. Yes.
Okay. So why did you decide, let me do this fully in my house instead of having to go out there and look, maybe to create some space where you'll be creating your yogurt?
This is because of the family dynamic I'm in. I have small children.
Yes.
So I did not want to have to leave them and go elsewhere and then come back, the juggling from back and forth. So I just wanted to do it here. So when the babies are at a certain age, then I can now go fully on board out there. Yeah, so that's why I'm doing it from home.
And it's 3 years in and it's picked Vizuri.
Yeah, it's doing well, pretty much well. So I can't complain. I'm just hoping we can do better. Every business, of course, you want something better, and of course you want to improve. So that's what I'm hoping for.
Okay, so when you're making the ice cream for someone, maybe I make an order as Violet. Do you give your customers the opportunity of saying, I want this flavor, I want that flavor, or I want this added?
Yes, I do. I have tons and tons of flavors. I dare say I have 10 plus flavors. And we
10
also,
plus?
Yeah, and we also customize. If you can tell me, you know what, Rosie, I want banana flavor. In fact, I do have a banana flavor in my ice cream. So I can make for you. It depends with what you want, because I'm not limited to what I have. If you come and tell me this is what I enjoy, if you enjoy avocado, banana, why not? I make it for you. Because the thing is, you see, it's a frozen product. So really, you can do anything. Yes.
Okay, so we are going to take a short break, but when you come back, you're going to understand from Rosie, how do you price? Is it depending on the flavor? Is it depending on the size? And what are the challenges of the market that you're in right now? After this break.
For the biggest of guests, from politicians to entertainers to content creators to whichever kind of a person you want to think that you'd want to see on the show, this is the place to be. Dr. Feneke tonight.
Each and every Wednesday. My name is DJ Lisney, not your ordinary DJ.
And of course, they call me the eagle himself. Your host, Dr. Feneke, is my name. Of course, every Wednesday at 7:30. See you then. Don't touch.
Make sure to join us.
Tell your landlord as well. Jua unalipia wapi rent.
Sikose.
From politics, health, cooking, relationships, and entertainment, join Linda Alela every weekday from 6 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. only on Morning Cafe.
Welcome back. Today we are with Rosemary, understanding about what's a lactose-free ice cream. You know the kawaida ice cream we buy in the market, now this is a bit different because it takes care of people who have allergies to the kawaida milk. Now this is ice cream is for you. And as we learn to make it, we also understand how she got to make this into a full-time business from a banker. Please note, kutoka watu wa pesa. to making our own money. So we were talking about the pricing. Yes. When it comes to packaging and pricing, how do you differentiate? You say maybe if it's vanilla, it goes with its price. If it's strawberry, it goes with this price. Or how do you work around it?
Okay, so basically we price our ice cream depending on the type of ice cream you've ordered. Like I was almost saying, we have keto ice cream, we have vegan ice cream, and we have lactose-free ice cream. So what this basically means is keto does not have any added sugar in it. This is particularly for people who are diabetic, who are on a ketogenic diet, or who are just keeping off sugar for health, health reasons. Yes. And then we have the vegan. So vegan basically means it's made from coconut and byproducts of coconut. May it be coconut sugar and then coconut milk itself. Basically no milk at all. Yeah, and then of course the lactose-free has the lactose-free milk. So the lactose-free is different in terms of pricing as well as the vegan and as well as the keto. Yeah. So yeah, the prices are determined by the type you want and also the flavors you want. Because flavors, we have the usual flavors, which is vanilla, strawberry, chocolate, blah, blah, blah. And then we have the nut flavors, which basically includes the nuts. Yes. As you all know, some people are allergic to nuts. Yes. So you see that particular flavor is going to be different in terms of pricing because also the nuts are not, the same price in the market.
Yes. And what prices are we talking about here?
So this basically means, you see, our smallest tab is 250 ml for the retail, market. We also do wholesale. Yes. So retail market, we have 250 ml. So for a 250 ml example for lactose free, we sell it at 250 shillings. Okay. And for the same amount, for vegan, we sell it for 300 bob. This is vanilla. Yes. Because I've told you the flavors also determine the price. Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So we can continue with the next step.
Yes, we can. So here, after this step, so for example, for today, we are making the vanilla, which is basically, the usual. So we are using my extract. I've made my homemade extract. Yeah, from the vanilla beans. Okay. So yeah, so you can use whatever you want. I prefer extracts because they are way real and there's not a lot of synthetic in it. Yes, true. So usually we use 1 tablespoon. So you'll add that in there.
1 tablespoon, then you mix.
Yes.
Okay.
Because the extracts tend to be stronger than the usual essence. Yeah, so that's what we do in our next step. And for vanilla ice cream, that's it. We are done.
It's
actually
done?
Yeah.
Wow.
So this you're gonna put in your freezer for not less than 6 hours, and then you can enjoy your ice cream.
Wow.
Yeah. So yeah.
So with this, now the difference depends with the extract. If someone wants strawberry extract.
Yes. You want chocolate, the same. If you want pina colada, the same. If you want coconut coffee, the same. Just all same method, just different flavors. Yeah.
We have a full ice cream. We only that it's not frozen.
Yeah, you can actually, if you want it, if you want to make your milkshake now, you can make off of that. So
this is quite easy. This is something that you can.
Yeah, you can. If you know the ingredients, you can do it.
Yeah. Okay. So you've been in the market for 3 years. Yeah. What are some of the challenges that you faced, considering that you went into this knowing that not a lot of people are doing this?
The first challenge I faced was a lot of Kenyans were not ready to accept the lactose free. They were just like, okay, whatever. Me, I'm lactose intolerant. I don't eat ice cream. I steer clear of ice cream. I'm done. Yes. So I had to really do a bit of or a lot of market research and just, in fact, sending people samples. Just try it until someone tries, and then you're like, oh, your bowels are not being affected. Oh, that's a good thing. And the taste is nice. Oh, that's a good thing. That's what I did. And then I used a lot of referrals. When I started, I sold to a few people. Then I really asked them to talk about my ice cream to people. Just wherever you go, please, when someone is talking, what do you do? There's this lady who sells ice cream, blah, blah, blah. Same to me. Whenever I go and when you're in a forum or networking and, you're introducing yourself, I'd say, oh, hi, my name is Rosemary. I make ice cream. Yani it was standard. I still do it, but at that time it was more because they didn't know it. Yeah.
Now you've talked about using the referrals to be if not main, one of your ways of marketing the Watsi ice cream. But how has been the other mediums, the social media and also the kawaida media into marketing your product?
Okay, I do a lot of referrals and I also do a lot of social media. I've gotten a lot of influencers to speak about speak about my ice cream. Of course, we have an agreement and then they mention my ice cream. Yes. And through that, I've gotten a lot of feedback as well. And I've also been, like you guys are here to
Yeah, to talk about it. Yes.
And then a lot of other media houses and print media have also done the same for me. So that has helped me get the coverage and the people to know about me. So that has really worked for me. But the referral is my greatest one of them. Yeah. But also I usually do the ads on Facebook and Google Business, and I boost a lot of ads and posts. And Google Business has worked really well. Because with Google Business, they do leave reviews for you there. So when people check, they check for lactose-free ice cream, yours come, and then they get the reviews, and that also gives you a positive feedback. Yeah.
Now, when it comes to, because this is something in the hospitality industry, but you were in banking. Yeah. When you decided to go into this, did you go to learn a bit, as much as you did your research, did you go to learn a bit about the hospitality industry so that you can understand the market you're getting into?
Yeah, I did a bit of research. I'd say not a lot, but also, I did read just to have an idea of exactly what I'm getting myself into.
Yes.
Yeah, so I did that. Yeah.
Okay, so when it comes to things that you need to package, people say that branding carries a lot. Yes. What went into you now that you already have your what's in it, but into branding and saying this is what I'm putting on my package?
I chose a color which is ice cream. It's shouting, you need screaming colors. So I try as much as I can to use most of the shouting colors, bright yellow, bright red, bright orange, because it's supposed to be seen. It's something that people associate with, it being colorful. Yes. So even when I came to choosing my logo, I also went for that. So that has worked for me as well. Yeah.
And do you differentiate the branding when it comes? There's some people say if it's vanilla, put it on a white paper. If it's avocado, put it on a green paper.
Not really. I don't do that. I do have flavors depending on the color, yes, but sometimes I like to mix and match. As long as the flavor is very particular, if it's avocado, it's avocado. I try using different colors just to give it a different feel. I do that.
So if it's maybe if the branding is going mango, if it's this is mango,
probably because they associate orange with mango.
Yes.
I do that, but sometimes I can even randomly put a pink color and then put a mango flavor on it. But still you can see the flavor. So I try to mix it. I try to make it different, not the usual green is peppermint, and stuff like that.
Okay, so what has transitioning into this business 3 years later, what has it taught you as a business person, even learning the difference of the market, considering you're in a different world, now you're in a different world? What has it taught you?
Patience. I'd say patience. I've learned to be very patient. I am not where I want to be, but I am headed there. And it has taught me also to be very consistent. When you start something, don't stop. Because once you stop, you have to start from where you left.
Yes.
And time is not going to be on your side. You see, if you're 30 years last year and you're saying, hey, I'll start when I'm 30, you will still get 31. The years are not going to wait for you. Just do it. Just start. Like I said, I didn't have anything. I just used my home things to start. And I did start. So a lot of people always say, oh, how will I get the money to start? Sometime you don't need the money. You just need to show up and do it.
So with this in mind, and even as you continue to add the flavors and to continue to improve on your product, the industry is still coming into your space. How do you plan on improving and making sure that Watsi is better than what other people are putting out there?
Okay, so right now I really would want to get my product in the supermarkets tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, and also have a physical location where people can sit and actually eat the ice cream from, because that's an added advantage. For example, just randomly in the CBD, if you have somewhere in the CBD, people can sit. The sitting aspect and actually people getting to share as they share your ice cream is the thing I'd like to do.
So this is one of the futures of Watsi.
Soon future.
Yes, and we're wishing you all the best. So even as we wind up, what advice will you have for that one person who wants to, maybe they're in the industry and they're like, oh my God, this is not it. I want to go for this passion yangu iko kule, lakini juu ya pesa acha niruke huko.
That can be very difficult, especially it's a decision that you have, you have to sit down and think. But me, I always tell people, start. First of all, just start with where you are. And number 2, you have to have a positive mindset. When you start something and you're already defeated, you're already saying, this is not going to work. Trust you me, it is not going to work. Because once you're defeated in your mind, even if you actualize it, even if you have these billions of monies, You're already defeated up here, you cannot do it. You have to believe that you can.
Yes. So if someone wants to have a taste of this, of this ice cream that I made, how will they get a hold of you, and how can they get the products?
We are on Facebook, we are on Instagram, we are on TikTok, we are on Twitter, we are
Social media is what? Yes.
Once you get to social media and you search for Watsi lactose-free ice cream, you will find me, you will find us. The reviews speak for themselves, everything is there. But I also have a business number, which is 0724 308015. When you call that number, we will answer, we will arrange for delivery, etc., etc. Yes.
Well, Rosemary, thank you so much, and even for teaching us how to make from scratch.
Yes, bana.
I made ice cream today. Thank you so much for your time and even allowing us into your home to see how you make this wonderful, wonderful product. We wish you all the best.